What's up, you guys? So today's video is gonna be a vlog type-esque video, so if that's not something you're into, just skip on to the next one or watch one of the previous videos. But if you guys like this type of video, stay tuned. We're gonna do some like diagnostic stuff on the Nissan to try and figure out what's causing the overheating problem, because at this point I have done the water pump, the thermostat, I replaced the fuses and the relay, and then I didn't have time to bleed the system. So we're gonna bleed the system and we will see if our mild overheating problem goes away or not. And if it does, then we can finally start actually doing some stuff on the Nissan, like you know, some mods and stuff and other little things that have to be done to it. But I'm taking a trip to get some gas for the Nissan because it's only got like an eighth of a tank of gas. So we're gonna go to the gas station. I did not want to drive the Nissan to the gas station, obviously, because if we're gonna bleed the coolant system, we need the car cold, or we need the coolant cold anyway. So driving into the gas station will probably warm it up. So we're just gonna drive over, put some gas in the gas can, and you know, get some gas. We'll put the gas in the Nissan and we'll see what happens as far as getting our little coolant problem figured out. And you know, at this point, the only two things left, if bleeding the coolant system does not work, all that I have left would be either the radiator or the heater core. But we did compression test it, so we know it's not the head gasket. Could be the heater core, or the radiator. So hopefully that bleeding the system will just get us where we need to be and get us situated. And I'm gonna see if my buddy Carlos is around to come help me bleed it. And yeah, maybe it'll fix it. Maybe we'll take it for a little spin today. We'll see. Okay, so we got some gas. I have the windows cracked on both sides. So the gas can is not just sitting up here with all the fumes in the car. The windows are cracked to get some airflow. We're gonna go back. Now, somebody told me that the thermostat I put into my car might have been bad, so I might pop the thermostat back out just to kind of look at it and see what happens, because maybe it's a bad thermostat. Like, it could happen, but I doubt it. And since I'm going to bleed the system anyway, it's not like I don't have the coolant to put in. We have all the coolant. So yeah, headed back to the house. We're gonna pop open the hood of the Nissan and we shall see what happens. Let's see if we can get her running properly today, hopefully, because I want to take a little road trip after this and hopefully can take the Nissan, the new toy, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna pull the thermostat housing off here to check the thermostat. Now, you should drain your coolant reservoir before you do this. Or drain your radiator, but I'm just gonna pop it out. It's gonna make a little bit of a mess. I'm gonna throw this towel down here to try and soak up some of the mess, but yeah, I just want to pop it back open and see if there's any issues. And then I have tons of coolant, so I'm gonna just bleed the system out then. But yeah, let's pop this open. And the 3 bolts on the thermostat housing are 10 millimeters. Alright, so we have the smell-free funnel right there, hooked up to the radiator with some coolant in it, as you can see. And we can see the little bit of bubbles coming up to bleed the system. I'm giving it just a little bit of gas, just the slightest little bit, to get it kind of circulating there. And then we can watch the bubbles. Once it gets up to operating temp, I'm gonna turn the heat on to the lowest setting. I have it set to the heat side already, but usually I like to wait for the car to warm up a little bit before I turn it to the lowest setting on the heat. because then that will open up your thermostat and your get the coolant flowing through your heater core. So there's no set time limit on how long this could take. Okay, there's different ways you could do this. You could do it with a vacuum. There's a way to do it with a vacuum, like a vacuum line type deal, but I don't have one, so we're gonna do the whole spill free funnel, and we just pretty much have to wait till the funnel stops spewing out bubbles. Last time I did this, it took about half an hour, 45 minutes or so to do it. So we're gonna wait, and then usually once the car idles for about an hour, it starts to overheat until I start moving. The thermostat looked fine. I popped it open. I forgot to grab my phone, but as long as she doesn't overheat and everything goes good, and then she starts blowing some hot air, we should be fine. But let's see if this fixes our issue. I'll show you guys the funnel up close. See, so as you see, we got air bubbles coming up in the funnel. Sounds like one of the pulleys is going bad over there. But yeah, we got air coming up. So we just gotta wait till the bubbles stop. Alright, so we're about half an hour in. It's still on the lowest setting here. It's blowing, it's warmer than when we started, but it's still not hot, if that makes sense. It's still kind of on the cold side, but it's definitely less cold than when we started. And if you can see, we still got a little bits of bubbles, not too much, but little bits of bubbles coming up. And she's staying at a normal operating temp. That's about normal. Let me show you guys over here. And obviously she's been running, so the coolant is a little steamy, it's a little hot. No bubbles coming up. Oh, some bubbles. Some bubbles coming up. Still some air in the system. So we gotta keep waiting it out, see what happens, but could take a little bit. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's the heater core. That might be the heater core, but we are at operating temp. I have it set to the lowest setting all the way to the hot. We're still not blowing any cold air out. I don't smell any coolant, so alright. Okay, so here we are, like an hour and 10 minutes in. I just turned the heat off to see if the fans kick on, which they do, because like I said, I did replace the relays and the fuses for the radiator fans, because somebody told me that might be the issue. So far she's at the same, about the same operating temp as she was, give or take like a, you know, like a hair. She might be the slightest bit up or down from where she was, but it looks good to me. I don't smell any coolant in the cab, and I haven't seen any bubbles for like 5 minutes yet. So let's take a look. Let's take a little gander. Yeah, I don't see any bubbles. I mean, if I squeeze the radiator hose, we get like tiny ones, which could mean there's more air in the system, I guess, but we shall see. I'm gonna give it like another 15 minutes, because usually within about an hour and a half of idling was when it started overheating. So like I said, we're at about an hour and 10 minutes, so I'm gonna give it a little bit longer and see if anything happens, and then I'm gonna give it a nice long test drive, and we'll see if she overheats. Okay guys, so that is this video. I did just order on Rock Auto the radiator and radiator fan for the car because I'm pretty sure those are what the, well, more or less I'm pretty sure the radiator is the problem, but I figure if I have to pull the radiator fan out anyway, might as well replace it while we're already in there. So I am ordering that from Rock Auto. You guys know how much I love Rock Auto. They are not a sponsor of the channel, but still love their products. Great shipping, great parts, great prices. Perfect reason to use rockauto.com. Hopefully one day they'll sponsor the channel. You never know. Like always though, social media is down below. I know this video is a little bit different than all the other videos I've done. This one's kind of more of a vlog type video because I wasn't 100% sure on what's wrong with the Nissan. I'm still not 100% sure that the radiator might fix the problem. I know I did a compression test on it when I bought the Nissan, so I know the head gaskets aren't leaking currently. That could have changed. It could change. I can't find my compression kit, so I can't redo the compression test. We just gotta hope the radiator fixes it, and we'll try it out. You know, it is a project car, so who knows what'll come, what might happen to it. But the goal is to build this one up and eventually maybe take it to a track day or like Cars and Coffee or something, and just have a lot of fun with it, you know. And then from this point, maybe we'll make another project car in the future. But we're gonna build this one up. We're gonna get it at least running properly first and see what happens. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep an eye out. There is more videos with the Nissan coming. Good vibes, good cruising.